Hi, everybody. It is Corey Wesley coming to you live and in living color from New York, Harlem, to be exact. Welcome to Kitchen Table Talk, and I am so excited about my guest, Hershebeauty. I've known her for quite some time. She is a celebrity makeup artist, lifestyle vlogger. She's the know it all be all, and we have great conversations about dating and love and life. That I just wanted to bring her on and chat about COVID-19 and the dating scene, because our conversations are so hot and steamy. Welcome, Hershebeauty. How have you been?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
so
being
glad to be
here.
here.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're here. So tell everybody where you are now and how you've been during this quarantine time, because you are in Florida, and so you're going to give everyone a different perspective on quarantine in a different state other than New York.
Well, I am in the Jacksonville area of Florida. It is raining right now, so that's interesting. But COVID-19 in Florida. It's been interesting. Not too much going on anyway here on a regular basis, but it's like a little bit extra dead.
Okay.
Now they're just starting to open things back up. I'm sure I know that's not the case for a lot of other places, but down here we're opening up a little bit more. And where I work at the mall.
Okay.
Over here. So they're just like opening up a little bit more stores. I find it's not really hitting people too much, because they're just still roaming around like nothing. I think because things are opening up now, they think, oh, COVID is gone, it's done, it's safe. So they're not really taking the necessary precautions. They're not being as safe as they should be, I don't think. But I am. I have to wear a mask while I'm on the selling floor, so I'm safe. But
have you been quarantined alone, or have you been quarantined with someone?
No, I have been quarantining with my children and my wife and my little dogs.
So how has that been, being quarantined with your spouse?
Interesting. Honestly, I think because I live in a home and in a house, it hasn't been too tough because I can still go out to the backyard and I have a pool. It's pretty serene back there, so I'm blessed. So for me, it's been interesting. I've been learning a lot about myself. I've been enjoying myself more. I've been focused more on the things that I want, the things that make me happy, give me peace. As far as, with everyone else, I think we're just in our own worlds. We're not really bothering each other much. I mean, there has been some tension here and there, which is to be expected when you're spending so much time with people. But I think it's important to still have your personal space and your time to yourself, so that it's not so overwhelming when you're in quarantine.
And when you mentioned that you're learning more about yourself during the quarantine, I believe that this is an opportunity for us to learn about ourselves. What have you learned more about yourself?
I don't have as much patience as I thought I did.
I'll drink on that one.
Okay, yeah. I don't have as much patience as I thought I did with a lot of things, but with certain things, I do have a lot more patience than I thought I did. It's really weird. I can be a procrastinator, to be honest. And I still kind of am, but I have been working on that a lot more. I have become more passionate. I'm already a naturally passionate person, but for the things that I feel like my artistic side, I've been more focused on it. I've been more dedicated to it.
Well, you gave me a great segue, passionate, because the other day that we were talking about dating, and a lot of people have been saying, how are they going to date during, during this pandemic, even though the cities are opening up, and although you're in a relationship, you have great feedback for me as a single gay man. Like, how do you think people are supposed to date during this time? I mean, knowing how this transmits, what's your thoughts?
So I think it will be a little bit more interesting because it'll, I don't want to say force, but it will encourage people to actually take the time to get to know someone rather than, oh, I just want to, I want to fuck and stuff like that. And it just be a physical thing between two people. I think people are going to be less superficial.
Do you think that this would actually change people from being superficial to being more interested in learning about people more?
Yeah, I think because you're learning more about yourself, you're probably annoyed with yourself in some ways. if you're gonna be honest with yourself, let's be clear. Like, we can annoy ourselves. I've annoyed myself, and it has made me think about how I treat other people.
No, that's actually really good.
And how I want to, you put what you put out, you get back.
Okay.
I don't think I want to put out some negative energy to bring it back to me. That's gonna annoy me, and I know myself when I'm annoyed. Okay. It's just gonna be a ugly cycle if you don't take the time to really check yourself and open yourself up to getting to know people further than what is it that you see, the physical attraction.
So me being a single gay man, a lot of us hook up via online and stuff. Do you feel that it would be appropriate? And the reason why I'm asking, even though you are in our community, I wanted to know, do you think it's appropriate to ask someone, have you gotten your COVID test, antibody test, even though there's no, even though there's no guarantee?
It's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be weird for people to ask that because it's gonna feel like, oh, have you done HIV test? Or,
right, exactly.
It's the same damn thing. Do you want to catch AIDS? Do you want to catch syphilis or
any other transmitted diseases? Right.
To catch COVID-19.
Well, see, no, because I always say that that's going to be your passport. Even though there's no guarantee, I feel that if you've gone and got tested, that means that you're responsible. Right. That you're taking your own health seriously, and that you are, you're doing your due diligence at least.
Exactly.
Now, do they need to bring their test results with
them? Yes, I want to see, honey. Give me the papers.
And I need your ID?
Yes, it needs to match. And I want to see that the dates are recent. Yes, I want to see your COVID-19 test. I want to see your HIV test. I want to see all your tests. Okay? Before you come close to me, because your body is your temple. It's basically saying, hey, I don't care about myself. Let's go die together. If I'm just trying to hook up with you, I don't want to die with you. That's one. But also, if I'm really trying to go there on a whole nother level, a higher level or a deeper level, I kind of want to stay around a little longer to make sure I get to know you and, we have some fun times. Because, I know that we're not flying right now, but everything doesn't last forever. We might want to go on a vacation together.
So what do you suggest? And this is why I love talking to you about this, because I love having a female perspective, because although females have one night stands as much as men do, what do you suggest? What do you suggest on, if you don't want a relationship and you do want to have sex with someone that you've met online during this period, what steps do you think you should take in order to keep yourself safe? Or if there's anything that you can do?
I think treat it as if, it was just a face-to-face kind of thing. I think when you're online, it's maybe a little bit easier because you're not right in front of them. But I definitely think you should ask them about testing and stuff. I think just bring it casually, feel the person out, and see how you can bring them up, because you can't speak to everyone the same way.
No, that's a good point. My thing is understanding the transmission. I like to kiss. And I love to kiss. And that's why I wore this for this occasion. L for lies. Yes. Oh, you gonna make me straight, girl? For everybody, Hershebeauty has always been my wifey. So that is our insider communication.
Hubby for life.
Yes. What do I love to kiss, but I'm a little terrified, just engaging sexually with someone and kissing, and meeting them online for one night.
You just, if you want to kiss somebody, because if you want to kiss the person or if you don't want to kiss the person, you might want to check their breasts. So that's our first thing. If your breath stink, we're not going there, and we're probably not going to be intimate at all. But you still want to,
because of COVID-19.
That's going to be the difficult part. Is for people like us that like to kiss, it's always going to be the first thing we think about. Like, ooh, should I? I think that's something that's going to be personal.
Okay, it's a personal decision. But do you think it's
you have to understand it's always going to be a risk.
That's what I was just about to say. It's a risk. It's a risk you have to take.
Because you don't know who has it, and sometimes everybody doesn't. The symptoms don't show up the same
right away. Right.
Or right away. Mm-hmm. So you kind of just, man, it's gonna be hard. I think dating is gonna be a little bit more hard now with this going on, because people are scared. People are nervous, and it's natural. But I say, don't not date, don't not be intimate. You just gotta be a little bit more careful.
Right.
Because we, as human beings, we need physical touch. We need that intimacy with other people. It kind of gives us energy. It motivates us. Mm-hmm. It just ignites a whole nother level of fire in us that I feel like we need. Life will be so boring.
Now, do you think asking a lot of questions in the beginning is too invasive? Because, there's that show, Love is Blind. It's on Netflix.
Love that show.
I love that show, too.
Love that show.
And the concept, I love Cameron, and I can't remember that girl's name. But anyway.
Is that the one with the
They got married. Yeah. Cameron and I know her last name is Speed, but they're married and they succeeded through this experimental show. But I think the concept was that they asked a lot of questions. Do you feel that asking questions online is too many questions, is too invasive, too early? Because some people may say, oh, you're moving too fast. I've heard that a lot.
It can be, but we are living in a different time. And I'm glad that they did come up with a show like Love is Blind, because it's going to become a little bit more normal for people. And more, like, oh, it's just an everyday thing. It's cool. I think it'll make people a little bit more comfortable with asking questions and answering questions. It's just, you got to roll with the times.
No, I think that's really, really valuable information. So, and then just kind of like to wrap on that part, because I want to kind of talk about makeup for you and makeup artists as they move forward into COVID-19, sharing, makeup things. But my last question for you is in a relationship. There's a high volume of domestic violence right now with COVID-19, and now that you're in a partnership in Florida during quarantine. Why do you think that is? Is that the relationships were unstable prior, or they didn't communicate? What's your idea?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think one, you guys haven't really gotten a chance to really know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think two, you start to realize if you like the person or not. You have to, you can love anyone, but you have to genuinely like the person to want to be around them 24/7, to want to be in a relationship with them, to want to be intimate. You have to like them to some capacity.
Right.
But it says a lot about people's relationships.
Yeah. Do you think that a lot of people are going to break up once we are?
Oh, hell yeah. Because people don't know how to deal with people. People don't know how to deal with themselves. Like, let's be honest. People just
right.
I don't know. I just feel like the intimacy between people has been so watered down with social media. Although I love social media, with just everything being so damn convenient, it's just like it takes away from the effort of getting to know someone and getting to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're not confident in yourself, it's going to be hard dating.
It is.
Especially now when you have to ask questions, because I'm not going into this blind. I'm not going into this careless. I care about my life too damn much. Mm-hmm. I have a kid too.
Right.
So it's different for me. When you're a parent, that's first.
Right. And we have a lot of gay men who are fathers, and they have to worry about their children, even if they are single parents, and have to and still need to satisfy needs. They still have to be safe and careful, because you never know what they could carry home to their families.
Exactly, and you don't want that.
So changing gears, you are fantastic. I mean, she's a fantastic makeup artist. Her talent is just unbelievable. How do you see yourself moving forward in COVID-19 as a makeup artist, and standing, 6 feet apart and dealing with that, and the care of brushes and things of that nature? What steps are you going to take, and how is this going to impact you?
I don't think it's going to be that much different for me, because, well, I'm self-taught mostly, but I did go to school when I lived back in Los Angeles. I went to school for it. So we are taught how to be clean.
Okay.
And to sanitize and be sanitary and things like that. It's not going to be that much different for me, because I'm already funny about stuff like that. I have my alcohol right here in my spray bottle. Like, I keep alcohol with me at all times.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to change as far as like keeping my products and brushes and things like that clean.
Okay.
But how I maybe handle a guest.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more cautious.
Okay. Do you
right now, if I was to do somebody's makeup tomorrow, yeah, we're doing the mask thing.
Okay.
You kind of can't avoid that.
Okay.
Because I have to be in their face. I have to be in their personal space.
Okay.
Being a makeup artist or being a hairstylist, of anybody in that field, you kind of your space is invaded. You gotta be all up in their stuff.
Are you fearful? No. Okay.
I'm really not. None of this has made me fearful. A little bit more cautious, maybe.
Okay.
Because I know how clean I
am. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cleanliness is close to godliness.
I don't know how clean you are. Clean. That's the only thing I've been like, because down here, I gotta be honest, these people, they real, I don't know, funny.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like, I'm not really sure if they take baths. I don't know. Not everybody. I don't want to say everybody. That's not for all. It's not all Floridians. Please, Florida, don't kill me. But some of your people,
they might have to kick you out. They're gonna kick you out.
I don't know. It's questionable. So yeah, I'm just kind of a little bit more cautious when it comes to other people coming into my space. I know I'm giving them the best when I'm coming to them. It's just I don't know if it's reciprocated, so you got to kind of be a little bit more careful.
And what do you suggest to people, women, even some men who wear makeup? How should they be being more careful with their own skin as far as like going outside? And then they're wearing masks, of course, but do they need to clean their brushes or their tools
absolutely.
more frequently?
Now, I sometimes, take a little longer to clean my brushes for my personal use. But you should still always be cleaning your brushes. The regular. You want to sanitize. If you don't know how to do that, there is a thing called YouTube. Hello. Go on YouTube and see how to properly clean your brushes. You should be cleaning your brushes all the time. You should be washing your hands all the time.
Right.
And then when you're going outside, be careful. Don't touch your face. I know sometimes we're just not paying attention. We're like scratching and touching and stuff. Be a little bit more aware of that. Because we can do it to ourselves. It's not always necessarily somebody else. We need to be cautious with ourselves.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying we just have to be mindful.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, as a creative individual that you are, during this time, have you learned something new in the makeup industry, or have you, improved yourself in a certain area? What have you been doing to enhance your skill set?
I haven't been doing much of other people's makeup, obviously.
But even on yourself.
On myself, I've been perfecting the brows because honey, she don't got no brows. So I've been, kind of, getting better with that.
Right. Okay.
Skin is everything for me. So, and I tell other people all the time, your foundation is going to be your skin. So take care of your skin first before you try to put on some makeup.
Okay.
And I've been a little bit more tedious with my skin routine.
Oh,
so get a skin routine. Your makeup is gonna be pretty much flawless. It's a walk in the park after that, really. But you want to always, make sure your skin is A1.
Even though you've been in Florida and in sort of somewhat of a quarantine, what's the first thing are you looking forward to doing when this is pretty much all over, hopefully?
Do you have time is a question. Honey, I want to go on vacation. I want to be on somebody's island.
Do you really?
I want to be under somebody's palm trees with the beach and the waves and the sharks. I don't like sharks, but hey, I'll take them for this time. I'll take them now.
Even though you live in Florida, you still want to go to an island?
I do. Florida. I'm in Jacksonville. Okay. Jacksonville to me is so boring.
Really?
It's nothing to do. It's more like a retirement area.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of old people here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of useful. I'm a city girl at that too. So it's like, ooh, damn.
Yes, she didn't really tell everybody, but she's from New York.
And I'm sure everybody knows that. Surprisingly, there's an awful lot of New Yorkers down here.
Yeah, a lot of people do move south. Like even they used to call Atlanta the mini little New York, because a long time ago, a lot of people moved from there. That's so funny.
I see my people. I know my people, but other than that, it's kind of boring. I just want to go on vacation. My passport is burning. It's hot. Is she ready to go? She is ready to go. So I think that's what I'm going to do first is schedule some type of, I don't know about a cruise.
Okay, I'm scared of that.
Not right now, but I definitely want to get on somebody's island.
Okay.
Yes. I haven't really had a real vacation, so yeah.
Yeah, me too. Sadly enough, my passport expired, and now they're not issuing them. So now I'm all upset. But that'll be the first thing. That's the first thing I'm going to renew and get the heck out of here. Yes. So, Hershebeauty, the last thing I really want to talk about is like, where can people find you? Please let everybody know. So give your how they can find you.
Well, I am on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Okay.
I'm also on Facebook as well. Everything Hershebeauty. That is Hershebeauty. Hershebeauty.
I'm embarrassed that I'm really embarrassed. I've known you for so long that I looked at it and I was like, oh, Hershebeauty. I was like, oh my God, I got it.
It's a play on all things her, all
and
things female,
okay.
But also melanin.
Melanin, I thought
Hershey's
so.
in, honey. It's in, honey. Everybody want to be her.
But that's
Everybody can't be her.
But that's actually so clever because I was taping it the other day and I was like, beauty, Hershebeauty.
You know, all the time.
Well, because I was thinking about a Hershey bar and then I'm like,
the pun is definitely intended. I love Hershey candy. It's one of my favorite chocolates. The little Hershey Kisses, love it. That's like one of my favorite candies. So it was definitely a play off of that as well. But I'm more into embracing Black, brown beauty. So that's why I came up with that name. It's really important to me.
Awesome.
I struggled with that growing up.
That's awesome. So, I mean, if you look back, and this is really my last question for you. If you look back to 2015 and they said, you know, where would you be in 5 years? Do you think you would have been in quarantine? Do you think that this would be happening? And then where would you have thought you would be?
I probably would have thought that I would be a little bit more successful in the makeup industry. I think I would expect for myself to be a little deeper into it than I am now.
Okay.
Probably still in California because when I left New York, I actually went to California first.
Right.
I've only been here for like a little over a year, maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
I probably would still be in California doing the damn thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Not in quarantine though. I did not see that coming. I was like, what?
Yeah, I never.
And I don't mind staying home. It's just don't tell me to stay home.
Exactly. It's like I'm like, really? Now I know what it's like to be in prison, but I'm like, oh God, that's not.
I know. I know they're happy to be the hell out.
I know some of them got out, which is cool that they released some of them because of their vulnerability to it. But I just want to thank you for spending time with me on Kitchen Table Talk. I've had a blast. I think this was really great. Remember, Hershebeauty is on all social media platforms. You can follow her. She does makeup tutorials. She does lifestyle conversation. Yeah, she does reviews, everything. She's an amazing person to follow, so I encourage that. I'll put all of that in the comment section below. Please follow her channel. It's also on YouTube, Hershebeauty, right? Okay, and make sure you follow Kitchen Table Talk TV. This is Corey Wesley. Remember, today is the best day ever because you are a part of it, and remember, to stay blessed because you're already blessed. Thank you for tuning in to Kitchen Table Talk. We'll see you soon. Bye.